So today I'm going to be showing you how to use the website Boardbuilder to create like online poster boards sort of. And there's two versions to it. A teacher version which teachers log into and a student version which students log into. Both teachers and students both log into the website with their BCPS1 identification, and then they go to instructional tools, and it's the second one, Discovery Education Board Builder, and that's how you get to the website. I think this website is mainly for like middle school and high school because it's very simple to use. Almost anyone can do it. It doesn't have like difficult features, and I think it can be used for many subjects because you could add a ton of different information from various topics. So to get started, you can either choose a template, which is basically it gives you a background and it just provides like a structure to build off of, or you could start blank with just a whiteboard, or you can go to boards you've previously created, and I will be showing you a board I previously created. So we're going to be starting off with a blank board, and you have to give it a title. So I'll just do an example, and then you can do a description of it so you know what the board is going to be about. So I'll just do TAM video example so I know exactly what this board was for. And then you just save it, and it saves it to your Boardbuilder account. So this is what the main page looks like. You have your editor tools over here where this is where you add all the content to the board. So if you don't want them to show you, just click the X, and then you can get them right back with the blue pencil over here. So first is themes, and it allows you to add backgrounds to the board. Like, it gives you backgrounds, but you could also create your own backgrounds with your own colors. So if you don't want a theme, you just hit none, and it'll stay white. Then add items is where you add all the content to the board. Headline is like titles or subtitles, and to divide content, so it'll just be title. And you can change the font size, and you can give it a background, so like different colored boxes. And then you make it bigger with these boxes over here, and then you just click out of it. Then to edit it again, you just hit the pencil in the top right corner, and then you hit the trash can if you no longer want it. To move it around, you put your cursor over the gray band and just move it around. And then so the dashed lines are still here now, but when you hit preview and see how the project will look like when it's all finished, they will go away. So next is the text box where you would type like paragraphs of text, and you just double click, and this is where you would summarize content. And with this text box, you can make the font, you can bold the font, you can italicize it, underline it, you can even create like lists, ordered lists, lists or bullets, and you can even add links, which I think is a cool feature. So you'll type in the website in the URL, so if I wanted to add BCPS, and then you'll just put like the title of the website, and you just insert it, and then you can just click it and hit open, and it'll take you to the website. So I just think that's a cool feature, and it'll make your board more interactive and fun. You can change the font size, and you can change where the text aligns. You could also give the text a background, just like you did with the title. They have many different, so I just think it's cool. And then to move it, same with the gray band, to edit and delete in the right hand corner, and then to change the size. One thing I don't really like about the setup of the headline and text boxes is that you can't change the color of the font and the style of the font like in the add items feature. You have to go out into the text style, which I think some people will not like because it just isn't very efficient. So next is media, where you can add pictures, videos, and audio. You can use the search tab to search photos from Discovery Education from the website, and if you just search up dog, it'll give you a lot of different pictures and articles about them. So if you want images, you'll go to images, videos, audio, everything, and then you'll just click add and hit add to selected resources. Next is my content, is where you can add things that you saved to your Boardbuilder account. So you could add previous boards you made, and I previously added an article from Discovery Education to my board, so it's there. So that's what I saved to my board. No, not to my board. To my account. So then finally is upload, is where you can upload files from your personal computer. And you just click add files, and then there's pictures. Then I have one which I can add, or maybe I can't. It's a shortcut, so it might not let you, but you can add photos and files to your board. So that's that. I'll add a picture of a dog just so you can get the idea of what the media does. So just images, add, and select. And there it is. And you can, once again, edit. You could give it a caption, which I think is cool, and you can give it a background, just like the other ones. So next is attachments. This is where you add previous files you made, like Microsoft Word documents or PowerPoints, and you can add up to 5, like it says, and they have to be a certain size. I'm not very sure why, but that's how much, so if I just wanted to add any files, just click it, and then you can click it and it'll take you to it when you hit download, and it's just right there. And it just makes your board builder more interactive for the viewer, which I think is a good thing to have. Next is text styles. This is where you change the color of the headlines and the text color. So you can do any color, but one feature I don't really like, one thing I don't really like about this feature is that all headline colors will have to be the same. If I had multiple headlines, they will all have to be blue, which might not be efficient for some people because they might want a blue background for one of their subtitles, but you won't be able to see it with blue wording. And so I just don't think it's very efficient. Same with font. All the font has to be the same. So if I were to add another headline, it would be blue with the same font, which I don't really like because I like to have different colors, different fonts, just to make it more fun looking. Then with the text color, it's basically the same. All the text color will have to be the same. And you can't change, see, you could even see it here with the caption. They'll all have to be the same. And you can't change the text font, which I don't really like because sometimes changing the font is fun and makes it look more pleasing. Next is foreground. It changes the background of the board, so you can see. And then, so you could choose a color. You could hit more colors to get more precise with your coloring. And then you can even add patterns, which I think is cool. You could just add hearts, butterflies, anything, or no pattern if you don't want a pattern. Then the same goes with background. You just choose a color and you can give that a background, a pattern too. So let's say I like the butterflies and I wanted to keep them. Then the undo button is just to get rid of things you've previously done. So let's say I don't want the butterflies anymore. I'll just hit undo and undo. But then I liked the last background and I want it back, the redo button will get back any of the things you deleted. So that's really it for editor tools. They're very simple to use. And then next is these top features up here. And this is what the student version looks like. The teacher version looks somewhat different, but not very much. Right now this is the teacher version, and you start out the same. Everything's the same with the teacher version. The only thing that's different is that up here it says assign, and down here on the students it says feedback. So the editor button lets you edit your board. The preview button lets you see what the board looks like when it's all done. See the dashed lines are still there. But these scrolly things don't go away, and it sometimes bothers me because you can see it cuts off one of the words. And it's not really needed for here because you don't have to scroll down. So I don't really like that they're there. Then print is you can print out your board. Save it is just saving your board, and you can add subjects, so to just get more specific for what your board is. So mine would be teaching practices and grade 9 because that's the grade I'm in. So you could just save it again and it just saves your board. Then share is for the students version, you share it with some of your teachers. These are all my teachers. So you'll just share it to your teacher so they can look at it and they can give you feedback, which is what the feedback button is when you share with a teacher, and they give you comments. But for the teacher version, it's different. So teachers can use this website to share boards with their students. So they would click school, and they could share it with their students so they can look at what the teacher wants them to do. And teachers can even assign assignments for the students to do. You could choose a due date, select the class, and give them the the project, and you just click assign, and it sends your students what you want them to do. And all the features are the same for teacher method. There's not much difference, just basically up here is the really only different thing. So now I'm going to be showing you a example I made because that's really all the features to Boardbuilder and there's nothing else. These over here, this is for Discovery Education because Boardbuilder is through Discovery Education. So this is just features of Discovery Education, not Boardbuilder. So you won't be needing them. Same with the quick list down here. So if you're using Boardbuilder, just ignore them. So an example I made is just something we learned in teaching class, the ISTE standards for teachers. And you see I have my titles and subtitles, which I use the headline for. Same with the learner. And note how they're all in the same color because you can't change them. And then I added 2 pictures from Discovery Education. Well, this one's a picture and this one's a video. And I think that's cool that you could add videos because, once again, it makes the board more interactive with students and can help them get a better idea on what they're learning. And then yeah, that's really it. The text boxes, and you just put content in them. And that's really it for Boardbuilder. Those are all the features. That's everything you can do with them. I think it's an okay site. I've had some struggles with it because sometimes it can get laggy. But other than that, it's a good Boardbuilder, and I would recommend using it for students so they can create content on what they're learning. So, thanks for watching.